Welcome to Triggered, where we explore what is on the other side of what may be triggering you. I'm excited because today I get to have a conversation with Malia. We explore her real, vulnerable story, and it's going to change your life today. I'm pumped. I want to give you a heads up that as we were recording it, there were some technical difficulties with our good old technology. So we've recorded this podcast in two separate occasions. So halfway through, there is a bit of a switch up where it looks a little bit different. But just wanted to give you the heads up, just in case you're like, that's a bit weird. That's what happened. But pumped, let's jump into the podcast. We'll see you soon. Hey everyone, welcome to Triggered. I am here with Malia, and I'm so pumped for the story. We've obviously known each other for a very long time.
Yeah.
We used to dance together in a dance crew back in the day. So in case you real estate people didn't know,
Yes.
Maz could break it down. She has rhythm, but we go back to teenage years,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
And life has happened,
Very much so.
very much so. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people know. I mean, from like you're creative, like a lot of people got to know you through photography, super relational, so you've always had that of like talk to anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
But you've got a crazy story. Like,
Yes.
and which not people know that, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and often it's like out of the craziness comes a lot of beauty, and I feel like a lot of people get that part of you today, but not many people understand what it took to get to that. You're now in real estate, made some big moves.
Yeah.
Feeling more established is really awesome.
Yeah.
But beyond what you do, I love to get people to understand who you are and what you've been through, which is going to be epic. So, enough of me talking. I'm going to call you Maz because it comes off my tongue.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people don't know. So, Maz is her nickname from high school, right?
Yes. Yep.
And if you're close to her, you have the privilege. Right?
Correct.
Unless, anyway. But Maz, real quick, 5-minute origin of how you got to being where you are today.
Yeah. Oh, well, firstly, thank you so much for having me here.
No
it's such a privilege and
Let's
an
go.
honor. I mean, where to begin? I was born in the Kingdom of Tonga.
Oh, let's go.
I came to New Zealand and had my 5th birthday over here. I grew up on a deer farm, so a lot of my fond memories are like farming, feeding the deer, had a pet fawn. Like I'm very much a rural girl at heart.
Yeah, wow.
I've become more so like into surfing and the beach and coastal. But yeah, deep down I feel like I'm just your lifestyle.
Farmer.
Like I love everything farming. Yeah,
wow.
I genuinely do. Animals.
See, that I didn't even know about you. I'll be like, oh yeah, surf
trucks.
Man.
I'm obsessed with trucks and tractors, like anything kind of industrial. Yeah, I'm all about it.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, so you grew up there. Yeah, interesting. And so then, always been in New Zealand since?
Correct. Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Mainly Christchurch based, a little bit up north. I did a bit of a stint in Tauranga and Raglan and Auckland. Yeah, and then Christchurch has always been home base for me, and I've loved it. Okay. I love it.
You love it, yeah. That's it. Well, you're still here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously, a couple of years ago, you came and did some work with me, right? Which obviously, if people know by now. Normally, people don't come when they're on the high of life to come and work, to do some work with me. So some things was going on in life at the time, and you wanted to, but I want to work on some stuff, clear some mental mess. I got to know a lot more of your journey in that time, and then we've done a bit of work kind of flowing on that. Yeah. But if we can start there, what was going on in life that's like, I need to talk to Rico?
I mean, obviously, because of our relationship and background, we've known each other for a long time now. And then I watched your journey, and that inspired me. I saw your change from afar, to be fair. And it wasn't until I think I got talking to you and you shared maybe just a tiny snippet of, the things that you were going through. And that I guess it sparked something for me. And then I wanted to know more, as you do when you're into growth and, wanting to seek, I guess, truth. And I've always been one to like ask questions.
Yes.
Probably too many questions. I don't know if that's a thing, but I ask a serious amount of questions.
Yeah.
I've just always been curious, and I ask like why and how and what and when. So I think when I realized that I wanted to just challenge myself, I feel like that's when I came to you.
Yeah.
But then, you know, in amongst all of that, some really hard life stuff did happen. And so I guess the skills that I guess the course taught me, it really did in hindsight help me through quite a few difficult situations.
Yes. I love how like professional you said that. Really helped me through some difficult situations. There were some difficult situations, but you also said something which is I think is so important to hear, because you said in hindsight I can see that it did help.
Yes, correct.
But in it,
yes,
you're like, what the hell's going on? Right? So in that, so you finish the course, then some hard stuff happens.
Yes.
Without getting into too much detail or, you know, putting people under buses or anything like that.
Yeah.
From your perspective of what you had to walk through, what was that journey?
I mean, I found myself in a very vulnerable position. Like first of all, I got married young. It all happened super
awesome
young.
Kids, by the way.
Yes. Yeah, I love them so much. And they're really great. I'm so thankful for them. And then I had this big gap of just finding myself, like the separation, figuring out what that looks like, getting into rhythm, trying to be the, you know, the male and the female role.
Wait. So hold on. So there's a lot in that. Right? We're not gonna just be like, oh yeah, cool. We're gonna figure out. We'll get back to this part, but so breakup. I feel like it doesn't get much airtime these days.
Yes,
it's quite under wraps.
Very.
Right, but a lot of people go through it.
Very much so. And in my industry, you know, a majority of real estate is sold due to separation.
Yeah.
And I think that's what enables me to skillfully do what I do, is seeing that circumstances are difficult. And when assets are involved, it's really important to understand like I guess the emotion and the fragility, like the fragileness of a situation, and to act accordingly on you know, the vendor's behalf.
Yes. Yeah. So when you went through that period of your life, well, how many years ago was that now?
No.
Yeah, so we're like 10?
Yeah.
10 years ago?
10 years ago, yeah.
10 years ago.
Also, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So
maybe a bit less, maybe like 8.
8, yeah. Okay, cool. So 8-ish years ago, big separation, right? So divorce happens.
Correct, yeah.
What was that journey like?
It wasn't as hard as what one would think.
Okay.
Yes. So, and like when I say that, it was very amicable. Like we listed and sold our house. It was like everything was split. Like there was no push and pull. The thing that I struggled the most was the aftermath of having to take on the responsibility of, okay, how am I going to provide? And that's when I started photography and hustling and like figuring out like how do I make ends meet for children I love. And the consequences were of like my decisions, obviously, like the end of the separation, end of the divorce. That was like, you know, a decision that we both made and essentially I made. And like owning that and figuring out, okay, if I'm going to make this decision, like the repercussion of that is that I do need to provide and provide safety, finances, a house, like everything. Like, you know, I was scared.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And then, and I mean, I had some great times with the kids. It made us really close. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, okay. And so you enter into a hustle mode.
Yes, correct. And I don't think I've ever turned that off.
Wow.
Yeah, since it's been survival since. And I think I would love to get to a point where, because I feel like, you know, there's no shame in still being becoming. Like, and I'm not at this place, you know. I feel like I want to be at this place, but I really am still in the thick of hustling, trying to provide survival, trying to make good sound decisions. The responsibility of having kids young, when you're like, you know, hustling, and then your friends are like partying and going out when you're 22.
Is that lonely?
22, 23, 24. Well, no, because you've got kids that give you affection and love.
True.
Yeah. And a purpose that you wouldn't know otherwise. Like, it's just, obviously you've got children of your own. Like, there's just something to be said about having kids. Yeah.
Okay. So crazy fun journey. I'll say fun, but crazy journey 8 years ago.
Yes.
Okay. And then you rock into, essentially you become entrepreneurial.
Yes.
I've got a gift in photography. I can see things that most people don't see. I'm going to do something with it. Epic, right? You go through that. You meet a lot of people. How did that transition into real estate?
Okay. So I did photography for maybe 6 years. Yeah. And that was really fun. I did feel like I got a bit burnt out by the end of that, and I started to resent photography.
Oh, yeah.
In the sense that I fell out of love of like editing and delivering client timelines and invoicing. Like, when I say I'm a creative, I very much am a creative, and I've had to hone in on the other skills that you need to be entrepreneurial, like the business side of things, crunching
100%.
numbers. And that's honestly something that I'm still working on to this day. It's something that is possibly a weakness of mine, and I'm still trying to figure out how that looks and what I need to outsource.
I get you.
Probably.
I get you. I feel like as a person that creates something, a lot of who you are is in what you've created, right? So it's like, and then you can, I don't know, I found it was very hard to get out of technician mode. Of like, oh, but like this is mine. Like I want to get good at this and better at this. And it's for me, it was like stepping out of it was like I'm stepping into what I don't ever feel like I was good at. Right. But then understand that actually it's a higher value task, and it's going to give me the opportunity to do more of what I love. But comfortable? No. Makes you feel dumb? Yes.
So I'd say I was definitely fluking a lot of that photography. But I mean, I feel like people recognized my work in the end. And then, you know, that clients kept on coming to me for, I guess, my style, or the way that I felt like I saw and captured moments, and which was flattering, and I did love it. But then ultimately the pressures of like the business end of things really cracked me, and because I just wanted the creativity and the kids and not the business side of things. I
love that. Ideal world. It'd be great. I get it. I get it.
And then I ended up I was approached to work for a real estate company as like a marketing person. And then that was like, I learned a lot during that. And then
it's a whole new industry, right?
And then that ended, but that was where my thought of real estate and what it was all about really first got introduced to me. And then from there on, I went to another real estate and did some more marketing for another real estate company. And then I think that's when I kind of started talking to you about some things that I had on my heart that I wanted to kind of unpack and learn from and grow. And and then I found myself pregnant. And then instead of winding down being pregnant, I wound up and started my real estate career. Unsure if that was the right thing to do. But
now we've just seen a good pattern in Matt. Hit with a bit of life. Oh crap! Hustle. And so, but you take big moves.
Usually, when I'm backed into a corner, I feel like my response is to do something about it, and it hasn't always been right, but I've always
you stay active,
done something about my situation. I felt like that's come from my early childhood years, where I felt like no one had my back. Not much provision in the sense of emotional, practical. Grew up in a big family. It was like fend for your own. We're also very different in my family. There's a big Tongan family, and we all had different experiences of what it was like to grow up within that family, of course. I left home quite young.
How old were you when you left home?
14, 15. It's all quite a blur.
Quite young, Maz. Malia.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
Well, outside of Benin. I sat outside and cried.
Well, okay, so hold on a second. So this is a part of the story that okay,
Yeah.
so 14. Do you mind if we go into childhood stuff?
Go for it.
We got tissues.
Yes.
Okay. So 14, you leave home.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like an abrupt see you later.
You very.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Ties cut. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do want to ask about that, but we'll get there. But then you hit outside a Benin.
Yeah, in Ringer. Yeah, and then this beautiful lady. I won't mention her name.
Yeah, that's fine.
But she came up to me and said, "Are you okay?" And then she took me in. Went to youth group that night with her.
Oh, I'm getting chills. What the heck? This is different.
With her family, because she took me home.
Yeah.
And then they're very surfy. Religious family, and I guess that's where the surfing and the coastal came in. I genuinely feel like that saved my life, was the surfing and the coastal, and their family dynamic was beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, okay.
So I might take you up on that.
Yes, no, go for it. So I'm still like, I mean, it will break my heart thinking of my son running away at age 14.
Mm-hmm.
And like, did anyone like go after you, reach out for you? Like,
I think there was a bit of involvement with SIFs at the time. Yeah. And then eventually I was just, I guess, under that work and income umbrella. And then just kind of this young family took me on, and then eventually they passed me on to another family who I still call mum and dad, which are evidently my foster family, but they're really not my foster family. It's just the best way to describe without going into all the details. Trauma. That they took me on. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think there was even another family involved and they were out in Waikuku and they were into surfing and also religious. So I guess, the families that did enter in my life at the time that I really needed it were all, I guess, faith-based and all into activities. And so I guess that's where my love for activities, and that's kind of like my default. If things go wrong, I have to do something about it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow. That is like, that in itself, what the heck? I still can't comprehend. Okay, so if you don't mind, man, you can definitely say no. But if we can cut it out if you want.
Yeah.
But what was going on that said that made you go, I'm gonna run away now. I'm done. I'm 14. I'm done. I can look after myself. Which is major independence for a 14-year-old who actually does it.
Yeah.
You know, what was going on?
I mean, just to be frank, like quite a lot of abuse.
Big family.
Yeah, big family abuse. I think abuse that maybe family members didn't know about at the time.
Gotcha.
Now have awareness of. I think it's quite common these days when you talk to majority of people. Like, it's more common than what you think.
Yeah.
I think emotional, sexual, physical abuse within families, or even just like, I don't know, 1 degree separation, that happens. Yeah. And then when you become a teenager and you're, I guess, in the sense, rebelling to your parentals and they don't know why, it's, it's a hard one. I don't think I was thinking at that stage. Again, survival mode.
100%.
And I've been very good at surviving.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you're not gonna lie. It's very true. You have been very good at surviving.
Yeah.
Okay. So, man, this baffles me.
I'm loving that we've worked together and you don't know this.
No,
stuff.
I'm like, I didn't know you ran away. Like, what?
Yeah.
At age 14. Okay, so you're on your own. Age 14, you find a few families that's going on.
Families that take me in. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so then, one, because you said you've been in survival, right? How do you reckon that has still impacted you today?
Good question.
I'm curious. I'm very curious.
Yeah, I feel like I am highly alert to danger. And I feel like it's not super beneficial at times.
Yep.
Other times, great.
Yeah,
Because
well,
I am very protective over the people I love, the people that are my friends. I'm quite a private person in that retrospect. Anyone who comes into my world, I try to keep as like long time life. Like I look at my girlfriends, and some of them are like 20 years plus. I try to keep my close relationships very tight, and I don't share much with many people.
The with the not sharing much to many people, because obviously you're sharing a lot now, right? Is there a fear to that? Like,
there's no, oh, actually I lie, there's possibly fear of judgment, of what I've been
100%. 100%. So
because I feel like I feel like the perception that I feel like people have of me is that, like, one, I'm sweet natured and kind, and very softly spoken, and inside I'm like, no, I'm a lion, and I will protect my own.
I will cut a bee. That's what
I will protect my own no matter what it takes.
Oh man!
And maybe, like, if you think you've won, you probably haven't in my eyes. That sounds bad, but I am very much like, I will. Yeah, I don't often look back.
Yeah, so you're.
It takes me a while to get to a decision, but once I get, it's like click, go. Do this, do that, and then you're going to be okay. And I take matters into my own hand, and I think that's been my journey, with my own personal journey with faith, because it's definitely there, but I wrestle with it all the time.
100%.
Because of my natural humanness to want to take control. Yeah.
Well, when you've been through what you've been through,
it's hard to trust.
It's hard to trust, right? Judgment of others, and then like you're a soft exterior, hard interior, right? Because letting people in now means you're not going anywhere. You're staying with me. The control piece makes a lot of sense. Because I couldn't really trust anyone else to take control of my life. And when I did, it didn't really work out.
And the beauty of having my kids, all three of them now, is that I get to create our sense of safety and home, and our culture in that. And it's such a privilege, and I really, really, really don't take it for granted.
So you've always been driven. You've always been like go, 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 and you've always survived some of the worst situations, and we put it politely, right? If we fast forward 2.5 years ago, big life events happen, right? You reach out to me in a trauma state, help. I would say, and cry for help. One, honored that you would reach out to me in that moment, but I feel like that journey that you went on for the last 2 years and continuing is, it's needed for so many people to understand, to see. I reckon there's so many other people in that space that are hidden, find themselves in that motherhood state, vulnerable state. But we'd love for you to give a bit more context on what was going. You don't have to name names, don't out people, but it's your journey, that from your experience, your perspective, that you had to live through. What happened? What was going on?
Wow. Great question.
Oh no, the tissues. Where the tissues go?
Not again.
No, we'll be fine.
I mean, basically 2.5 years ago, I found myself in a very vulnerable position where you're faced with a pregnancy, and you make a decision to keep the child, and then that decision has a flow-on effect, and there's always another party involved with that. And then we went our separate ways. I kept baby. It was all very traumatic at the time for me. I mean, I think it's general common knowledge that when someone's pregnant, it can be one of the most vulnerable times in their life.
Well, when you say common knowledge, I mean, one, you raced over those facts real quick there. So we're going to pause and expand a little bit. It's common knowledge, but not common experience.
Right.
right? Like
Mm.
we can say it's a very vulnerable time.
Mm.
Vulnerability to everyone is very different,
Mm.
right? And some people can handle, some people can't. That level of vulnerability, like it's vulnerable having a child. Having a child that on your own, different level of vulnerability,
Mm.
right? At that time of your life, though, you've just, I mean, heck, you're just getting into real estate, right? So, yeah, like let's just pause on that
Yeah,
part.
okay,
Like,
yeah.
I'm progressing in my
Yeah.
career,
Yeah.
not thinking like another kid was not in the
In the mix.
mix.
Yeah.
I can see where my career progression is gonna go.
Yeah.
Like, you're probably pumped about it,
Yeah.
and then out of nowhere,
Yeah.
this happens, and then you guys go separate ways.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
put a bit of color to that. Like, like that's a very like, but what actually happened in there? Like,
I
what's going on?
mean, long story short, um, it came down just to, I guess, moral alignment and where we saw our lives going.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I was hurting, I was
Mm,
vulnerable, you're fragile, you're hormonal. Yeah, and then there's the practical side of things where you need to, pay bills, feed the other two children,
yeah.
stay healthy for
Mm,
your coming baby.
mm,
Yeah, there was a bit of shame attached.
yeah.
Obviously, I had been down, looking at that, having a baby alone before, so I'd walked the journey before,
Yes.
which is somewhat in my favor because I knew that I could do it
Yeah.
regardless,
True.
in a sense. So that did give me strength. Yeah, I guess I had a really great community around me at the time, which was
Mm.
vital. Now looking back, I mean,
Did you
I don't
see
want to
that?
gloss over it
Yeah. Did you
because
see that when you were in it though? Like, did you see that you had good
yes, but
support?
it also just it didn't make the pain any less.
Yeah.
Like you feel everyone's support
Yeah.
and like wanting to help you, but at the end of the day, you're the one that's growing the child,
Mm.
plus having to yeah,
Deal with the
protect,
separation.
nurture your other children. Yeah, dealing with the separation is something that I probably parked
Yeah.
at the time
Yeah.
and probably didn't deal with, yeah,
Mm.
for a wee while. Yeah, not till after
Yeah.
I had my third. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wait,
Yeah.
wait, wait. So obviously, you said something very interesting there. You said like it's good to have support, but it didn't get rid of the pain.
No,
What was that pain?
not for me. I mean, I think knowing where I've come from and my background and lineage and history, I felt like the pain after doing your work at the time, I can now look back and go pinpoint it and be like, oh, obviously I had massive fear of abandonment already. And
Yeah.
so
Gotcha.
a lot of what I've been through in my journey and my story through life kind of has that recurring theme of just
Mm.
abandonment, I would say,
Mm.
and it's like a lesson that I've had to learn that it's okay, I got this,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
even if I don't, I feel like from where I come from and just I guess my faith perspective, I feel like even if I don't have this, s- God has me. So that's I guess
Mm.
where that's
It's
other
giving you that.
people may not see it that way.
Yeah.
They might just put it down to me being driven or just a solid, determined person. But
Yeah.
I genuinely feel like there was something more than myself keeping me
Mm.
together. A lot of grace.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of other people's support, and that,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
practically, and then yeah, I'm sure prayers wise
Mm.
as well. Yeah, that's an
Mm.
unexplainable thing,
Yep.
and I mean, yeah, I guess faith is the absence of something unseen. So I felt like something else larger than me was carrying
Was
me through that
yeah. Cool.
season. And then when I look at my third child, I just know that they are like the best thing
Yeah.
ever. And I
Yeah.
see how they touch other people's lives.
Mm.
And yeah, I'm just very fortunate to have all three.
Yeah.
And I'm
Wow.
not gonna lie, best thing.
Yeah. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah. Like
On.
ultimate thing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, as far as I'm concerned, like my life is already a success no matter the
Mm.
pain that I've walked. And obviously I feel like it's all relevant. Everyone has
Yes.
pain to
Yes.
some sort of degree and
Yes.
you can't really
As a
compare
and it's an interesting thing,
it. Yeah.
because it's like you're right. Everyone does have pain, and this is the two thoughts come to mind is that uh in the Western, like everyone has pain, in the Western world, pain is often internal, not external,
Mm.
right? If we go to like other countries where pain is in front of you,
Yeah.
you can't deny
Yeah.
that this person, like it's there.
Mm.
And so adversity is there.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about those countries is that their mental health rates are way down compared to here.
Mm. Yeah.
What they look at is that they are connected on what's painful, right? Their level of connection
Mm.
is of what's painful. Over here, we don't connect on pain, right? Because we hide our pain, and
Mm.
it's embarrassing and shameful to say that I feel this way.
Mhm.
And then we're super lonely. I think at the same time, when you look at it now, like that fear of abandonment, so many people have that.
Mhm.
Not many people know how to process that.
Yeah.
For you, and we know your story, and logically we can see why there's a fear of being abandoned.
Yeah.
And when you say there was like this repeating pattern,
Yes.
they're like, oh, I have reason, I have reason to fear this is going to happen because it's so painful and it's happened before. How do you process that? Like it happened again,
Mhm. Yeah.
right? How do you process that to no long, like to not be bound by the fear of abandonment?
Mm.
Hard question.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the way that I processed it at the time, I think, in hindsight,
Yeah.
was that there was a living life in me. So I feel like the strength came from within, and it
Mm,
kind of overrode my DNA at the time. You
yes.
talk about, rewiring the
Yes.
brain. So yeah, I feel like I still am processing the abandonment and fear.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think it's completely gone,
Yeah.
but I somewhat do know that I can handle hard things and do hard
Mm,
things. And I feel like yeah, I hope that I have that quiet resilience, moving
yeah.
forward in life, because
Yeah.
I feel like that season was a lot more difficult than maybe what the perception, outside viewers saw it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
What was so if let's say we are an outside viewer, right? And everyone's view is very different
Yeah,
because they don't have the full context and story of what's going on.
yeah. And that was the thing.
Yeah.
That was where the shame came for me, was that there were all these stories and this noise out there in my mind of what
Yes.
people were saying, you know,
Mm,
people that thought they had to say, people that probably had great intentions
mm,
and wanted the best in their mind, yet, like what I felt that I wanted for my unborn child at that stage was, clashing with other people's opinions on what they thought was best
gotcha.
for the circumstance as a whole,
Yes.
which at the time I was just so frustrated because all I wanted to do was protect my unborn child. I made a
Mm,
decision. It was my body. If I hadn't have had my two first children, then possibly I wouldn't have known, but
mm.
I knew, I
You
felt
knew
like
the gift.
I knew
Yeah.
what joy, I knew that I wouldn't make, it's not a mistake. I
Yeah.
knew that life is precious to me, and how I value life, and where I stood with it, and I
Mm,
felt like I couldn't live if I didn't make the choice to keep
yeah.
my unborn child at the time.
Mm.
So that kind of
Yeah, wow.
overrode any sort of abandonment fear at
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, yeah,
At
gotcha.
that point, I was like, "Yeah, go for it, walk,"
Yeah,
to my partner at the
I'm good.
time. Yes. Yeah, in fact,
Mm,
I wasn't pushing it, but, like, it was almost defiant in my nature because I
yeah.
was like, "I'm gonna do whatever it takes to have this unborn child."
Yes.
Because yeah, growing up, and my story, I felt like no one really advocated for me or protected me. So I feel like with the children I do have, that's something that I'm very
You're
passionate about,
yeah,
is being that advocate,
yeah,
being fiercely
100%.
strong for them, loyal, having their
Mm.
back. Yeah, like
Wow, that's so that yeah, that
yeah,
part there, that what you
yeah.
just said is I never had someone advocate for me, like
Mm,
an advocate for me, and also just seeing like what it would have done for you if you did,
mm,
like the love you would have felt, the you probably wouldn't have had the fear of abandonment because someone was there.
Well, I feel like I did in my later years, but in those crucial
Younger
when you
years.
can't fend for yourself,
Yeah.
that's when I feel like you really need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes so much sense. And
Yeah.
now, yeah, like I think logically, if someone's on paper, they're like, well, this doesn't make sense to keep the child. Look at
Mm,
what your career is at. You already got two. This is,
mm.
you know, like, and you're alone. Everyone
Yeah.
is against
Yeah.
you and your decision making.
Yeah.
But now hearing your story, you're like, that makes no sense
Mm.
or makes complete sense of why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this person, your child could not fend for themselves.
Mm.
And therefore, I remember feeling like that.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, at the time, like there were talks of a recession coming. There were all these like
Oh
logistical
yeah, I remember
things,
that. That is crazy.
logistical things that
Yes.
you're facing a lot of fear
Yeah.
mongering by others, and yeah, just opinions. Yeah, it's very important who you surround yourself with,
Mm.
and people's voices that you let in,
Yep.
and like I'm very particular with who I let into my life and my world now.
Yeah, got you.
If they have any sort of influence, I
Mm.
feel like I'm quite intentional on who I let speak into my world. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. That's good. So I mean, I'll throw one question. I mean, if you are looking back,
Mm.
at that time, right? 2.5 years. Was there a voice that made the 2.5 years? Don't name it, but maybe you could say something people said.
Mm.
A voice, maybe it was the people, maybe it was a person, but a voice that made that 2 years so much more difficult than what it could have been. Don't name names. Just if there's a common like,
This person.
yeah, yeah. But like if there's a common like, this sentence, this word, this what was said made me feel small, alone, or
I think in hindsight, the beauty of hindsight. In hindsight, I was never really angry at the people.
okay.
I was frustrated with their perspective, and I
Mm.
couldn't change their perspective.
Yep.
So therefore, I had nowhere to take my anger.
I love that. I love
Because
that. Yeah.
they
Because
don't
no
know
one
they
understood.
don't know any better. They're not
Mm.
you. They're not in your shoes. They don't know your history, as
Yeah.
well-meaning as they can be.
Yes.
Whatever perception they have or opinion is based on what
Their
they know
yeah,
of
their
you, and they
experience.
know of the situation, and like
Mm.
it's really, I guess, nowadays I have close friends, and you want to have your friends like back and everything, but I've come to this understanding, maybe I don't know if I've got it right or wrong, that sorry,
Yo,
whoop.
is that me?
Oh,
Is that your laptop?
oh, is it my phone?
My
Oh, sorry.
oh, no, no. We chill, we
Yeah.
chill. Sorry.
That's okay.
Forgot
I'll
we were.
retract. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, I had these friends, and I kept them very close. I got a small circle, but sometimes you want to like, it's hard not to overstep, and you want to say your piece and
Mm,
tell them how to live their lives, because it's all
yeah.
well-meaning, but I feel like at
Mm,
the end of the day, like, everyone's journey is different,
yep.
and you can't walk their journey for
No,
them.
as much as you want to.
Yeah,
And I think given like
yeah.
your nature of like I want to help
Mhm,
as many people as I can,
mhm,
often helping in our eyes is
mm,
progress you out of where
mhm,
you are.
mhm.
But like you said, like it's I can't.
And everyone processes things at different rates, right? Like, I
Mm,
think that's the hardest thing, is that
yeah.
in hindsight now, I feel like my third child, I feel like, well, actually, I don't know. I haven't had proper conversations with those opposing perspectives
Yep.
from that time properly, but I'm sure that they genuinely see my third child, and know that
Yep.
child is the biggest blessing, and like I love and adore that
Mm,
child now.
mm.
I'm sure that that is the case.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But
We'll keep it at that
yeah,
one, eh?
but it's hard to try convince someone of of the end result when they one either don't want to hear,
Yep.
or two are so captivated by their own fear of what the outcome may be that they project that onto you and your
Yeah.
circumstance. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Well.
But the biggest thing I feel like is understanding. I feel like I, I understand a lot more now. At the time, I couldn't understand.
Yeah.
I just felt a lot of frustration and fear, and the backbone of that was grit and determination. And just this this sense of just I needed to protect my child at the time. Yeah, and a deep sense of like morally, this is what I believe in, what I stand for, what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
life is
so
precious.
encouraging. It's so encouraging to to talk to a person that knows their values, goes through the hardest season, and sticks to their values, while all voices oppose their value. Like, that is so hard to come by today. We can all speak cool, knowledgeable tips and tricks and,
Yeah.
let your word be your bond and all this, like
Yeah.
great, valuable, integral intentions. When things hit the fan, most people don't stick to that. Right? Like,
Yeah.
most people run to comfort,
Yeah.
look for the person that will support them with that decision,
Yeah.
and then say, cool, it's validated,
Yeah.
and go with it,
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
here you are, a person, it's very hard to find. We don't ever see it, hardly ever see it. So I think your whole story, and your story's not done, but your story up until now is a story of resilience, is a story of grit, is a story of beauty, but it is also a story of surrendering onto, like you said it, like your faith. It's a surrender beyond me, right? I would love to I would love support of others, but I'm not dependable or dependent on. I'm not dependent on the support of others to continue going the way I'm going or where I'm going. And I think that's beautiful.
Thank you, Rico.
No, I really do. I really do. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's people need to take notes to that.
Yeah.
The final question for you, real quick.
Yeah.
A person is in your shoes now that you were 2 years ago, right? They are probably crying right now. Like, I picture it, they were driving their car, they're listening to you speak,
Right.
and they're like, I'm listening to what I wish I could be like now because I'm in it. I don't see an out. I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
And maybe they are contemplating both ways. They haven't made a decision what they want to do. Deep down, they know what they want to do, but everyone's voices are.
Yeah.
What do you say to them?
Yeah. Good question. What do I say? Wow. Yeah, I guess there's weight and in that question. I mean, wow.
Like, for example, if you were in that now and
and
someone came in and said something to you,
yes,
they gave you strength.
Yeah.
What would that have been? It's tough.
Yes, very. I feel like I was very determined in my choice to keep.
Yep.
But I feel like possibly the journey was a lot harder on myself because of my own mental talk during the time. That's hence why I came to you. So I feel like I would, if I was in my same position as I was today, I would say have more joy. I know it's not great, right?
No.
In fact, it's shit. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But have fun, enjoy it, like celebrate, yourself for whatever decision you do go with. You almost have to own, because there's consequences both ways.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong. It's just.
I love that saying, choose your hard. It's hard.
Hey.
It is hard either way. Whether you keep a child or you don't keep a child, there's consequences. Whether you can see them or you can't see them. Like, obviously, with my faith background, I believe it's a lot more than just what you see here. There's 100%. A lot more. There's spiritual stuff going on.
Yeah.
And anyone who's listening and wants to have a conversation with me in person, like, you're so welcome to. But I feel like, you know, it's, yeah, a lot about your support systems and, and what you
Yeah.
believe in. And yeah, I feel like to me, it is a personal conviction. Like to me, the personal conviction was just a big thing. And that really grounded my decision making as
Yeah.
far as the process went and journeying out that decision making. I feel like I could have done that a lot
Yeah.
better in the sense of just having joy and celebrating myself and owning that
Mm.
decision, and then not hurting others on the way or resenting other people for not seeing,
Mm.
respecting necessarily
Yes.
respecting my decision or
Yeah.
supporting my decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's like sticking to your conviction.
Yeah.
And I guess that if you go hindsight,
Mm.
if you didn't stick with your conviction, probably still be eating you alive.
Yeah, no doubt.
And so
Yeah,
yeah, I think that's so important.
yeah,
Finding joy in the hardship.
yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Hey, finding joy in
Yeah,
the hardship. And the crazy thing is we choose not to see it.
yeah.
But it's just our choice to see.
Mm,
Like having confidence in yourself. Appreciate that.
mm.
To make a decision in hard times.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
yeah.
I think that's so good. Not like I've never been in that space. All right.
Never been.
Just it's been a,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
I love that. I think so many people can take that um, from your journey. You haven't said it, you've walked it. I think that's the best part.
Yeah, I mean, as you were sharing before, like, some kind words about me, but I just feel like I did what I did. There's like, I feel like no one's, applauding me for it.
Mm,
I'm not doing it to be like I'm some, I'm the greatest mum out there, but
nah,
yeah, it's just, I feel
but
like,
that's what's
yeah,
genuine.
I feel like if you do have a deep conviction about something, regardless of, irrespective of my
Mm,
circumstance, um, go for it, back yourself
mm,
all the way, surround yourself with the right people. Um,
yeah.
yeah, and just, I guess, I think you're very good at holding the stance, but humility along the way,
Mm,
yeah, is really important, just to remember that
yeah.
I do remember that, like, I'm in a much better spot now, but sometimes I will, like, force myself to think about those hard days,
Mm,
to remember what
where you
made
came
me
from?
me now,
Yeah, great.
and not that I've fully overcome, or,
Yeah.
I'd like to claim that I have and keep working towards
Mm.
that daily.
But you're the classic of I'm becoming,
Yes, definitely.
you know?
I think we all are,
Yeah,
even though we like to
100%.
speak of from a place of
Victory.
I'm here and I've got
Yeah.
it all together, and I'm a successful business person, and like you
Mm,
very well may be.
yeah.
But
But
at
that
the
yeah,
end of the day, you've got a soul, I've got a soul.
yeah.
You know,
I know, I get you. I get you
like
100%.
strip it all back, and we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, I
You
get
know,
that. I get that.
yeah,
I'm on for that.
yeah,
That's so
yeah,
good. But honestly, like, yeah,
yeah,
massive thank you.
yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being honest, vulnerable, open, transparent. Like your story is yeah, waiting for the book now. You laugh, but I'm serious. I'm like, your
Yeah.
story can be written, and it's like there's so much to go still.
Mm. That's what's exciting, I think.
That's what, oh
Yeah,
man, the adventure is real.
yeah.
And
And I feel like, for me, I feel like there's so much, like, I don't know about you, but it's humbling how many mistakes I've made in life. In
oh
different areas,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I feel like, because I was listening to like one of your podcasts on the way here, just to be really frank,
Oh yes.
and it's just so powerful. Like, these people's stories, I get moved,
Mm,
and like, yeah, there's just, everyone walks such a different journey, and like,
yeah.
there's like
No, I get that.
opening it
And that's
up,
the beauty.
sharing, there's mistakes, there's learnings, there's behavioral patterns, there's all sorts
Mm,
of things. And I guess where you're coming from and helping people unpack that, it's such a privilege and honor,
oh,
to
no,
watch
it
you do
is.
that in your space. So
Thank you.
yeah, I was really excited to
Oh
come on
no,
here and share. Yeah.
I love doing me, and I go. Some people don't love it because it's in your face,
Yeah.
but you know
Yeah.
what? Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop it. Yeah, so many people that we've gotten feedback from that
Mm.
are blessed by just hearing someone else's story,
Yeah.
and it gives them hope.
I bet.
So thank you for listening, and subscribe on whatever platform you are listening on. But so good. Join us next time for Triggered.